Well, hello there, Tristan.
You guys surprised?
I'll be honest, a little bit actually. Just because there was a little bit of struggle at the beginning of the season. You guys also had a little bit of struggle last season as well. This game right here, you guys obviously didn't seem to be struggling at all. Has anything changed, or just was a little bit more favorable of a matchup for you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously we're happy. We're very happy to have Cafe back in the map pool. It's a long-time staple, long-time favorite of ours. So we're exhilarated about that. But I think we realized that like the game, like strategically, is kind of like at an all-time low right now. It's just too easy. Like guns are so strong right now, it's just too easy to fight people, and we were taking like too strategic of an approach. So yesterday we worked really hard on just kind of loosening things up, being more aggressive, and I think that paid off today.
Yeah. So going back then to Monday, you guys were playing very passive, and it didn't seem to be working out for you guys. Is that then kind of the shift you saw? Like, well, we need to be able to take some aggro, some passive, mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we have like 5 of the best players in North America, so like there's no reason we shouldn't be more aggressive if that's the meta that, you know, the game favors. Like, yeah, teams like Listream, they're super aggressive, like nonstop, and I think that's something we were missing out on, and so that's something we added in, and I think we're seeing early results so far.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to work out for Vertical, Eclipse, and Slash, and definitely something that I think you guys can play off of, obviously, especially if the maps, you know, happen to be favored and the BAMs work your way. But speaking of the ops and things like that, you guys play a fair bit of gridlock, especially Eclipse playing on that. Is that something you guys are finding very useful, or you're just still trying to feel out where it's working?
I think it's just like generally a flexible operator. Like, it has a shotgun, so you can make a hole in a pinch, stuff like that. Its guns are decent. You know, like the F90 is pretty solid. It can sort of like give you some information on flank, not really anywhere near as strong as Nomad. I think for like hard flank watch, like I would always prefer Nomad. But it also comes with smokes, so it's just like a flexible operator, and we just like, it's like, hey, well, we'll just take this flex spot and fill it in.
Well, it seems to be working out for you guys, obviously. We don't always see whether or not you're cutting off rotations and things like that, but it definitely seems like Eclipse is doing fine with it regardless of whether or not the utility is working. So kudos to you guys in picking up a new operator and kind of making it your own. Speaking of the new Cafe, are you guys finding that there's a lot of new angles to learn and things like that you guys are taking advantage of, or is it kind of just an enhanced version of the same old?
Yeah, the addition of like the 2 new balconies on the top floor means that there's a lot more space and a lot more like long angles of sight. I think you saw on our defenses, Spencer Slash was playing Maestro a lot, and so he was like swinging out onto, we call it heaven, but the new balcony that's on the cocktail side, he would swing out there and then fight like all the way across to the other balcony. He'd fight the cigar door, just like a lot more angles a lot more options you can fight from. So you can't do like what we would do on the old Cafe, where you just like smoke everything and just sprint out bar and take the fights. So it's definitely changed up, like freed up the top floor a lot. And like as a whole, there's a lot of long angles on the map that are really interesting.
Cool. Well, I think it definitely worked out for you guys this time. Obviously, you can't play it again next play day, so you're going to have to take advantage of a different map. But either way, yeah, good on you guys, though, in finally pulling out of what was not looking like the greatest start. Obviously, draws aren't that bad. It means you're kind of 1 round away from taking the win. But, you know, after, last play day's loss, this has definitely got to be, I imagine, a boost for the team in terms of you guys, you know, I got to imagine you're holding yourselves to a pretty high standard at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like for us, it's top 2 or nothing. So, you know, stuff had to be changed, and we had to, you know, get a little bit more aggressive and give ourselves some more playmaking opportunity. And so we did that, and it's working so far. And we'll see how that continues to work throughout the next couple of games. And, you know, if there's further adjustments have to be made, we'll make them. You know, we're going to do whatever it takes to finish top 2.
Well, is there anything you want to say to the Rogue fans out there, especially the doubters who might be switching over as well after that community vote?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Cafe's back in the map pool. Like, nothing can go wrong for us now. In all seriousness, thanks to everyone who stuck with us through like the poor season we had last season, and you know, sort of rough start, I guess. Two ties is, you know, we wanted wins there, but obviously we executed really poorly in the game against Dark Zero, and you know, we hope to do better on that, and I think this is a better look for us going forward.
Well, congratulations again on your win, and thank you for the interview. It was great talking with you again, and look forward to you guys next week on your. Actually, no, sorry, not next week, because we have a break for Valencia, but after that, we'll see you guys again.
Yeah, we'll see us at Valencia. So,
oh, there you go.
Tune in there to see more Go Rogue stuff.
All right, cool. Thank you, and good night.
You guys have a good one.
Well, hello there, Nix. Yeah, no, that's it is hot and cold there.
What's up, Enzo?
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Definitely I don't want to say an unexpected win, but one that I'm glad to see you guys kind of coming back from some of that early slump that you had. I mean, obviously it's only been like a week because we have so many matches so fast, but are you guys feeling a lot more comfortable now that you've kind of made a couple wins in there?
Yeah, I mean, at first it was pretty hard. I mean, it felt really good with Paul at first, and then I guess, obviously we had bad results at Vegas. We got slammed by Luminosity. A great game from them. But I think now our map pool is really coming together, and Paul's looking a lot more comfortable on his roles. I think we got it figured out.
Now, you guys tried the kitchen, I keep wanting to call it bakery, 3 times before you were finally successful on it, even down to kind of a close success there. As opposed to playing reading, you guys kind of skipped reading until you kind of played it later on. Are you guys just feeling very confident in that bomb site, or was it just kind of a play to trip up EG and thinking you were going to go reading next?
Well, I think every time we went kitchen, we couldn't play the top 2 bomb sites, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, we didn't have strats on mining yet, so we had to keep going kitchen. I mean, we finally figured out, like, we had to be a little more aggressive, waste a lot more time, and it came together in the end.
So something we wanted to ask on that, me and Kix were curious, is why is mining and dining fallen so much off the radar as opposed to, like, I know kitchen is new and people want to play it, but it also has had somewhat, I think, of a low success rate. Why is mining and dining still not kind of in people's rotation at this point for most of the Pro League teams, do you think?
I mean, I think just coming into the new cafe, like, team immediately, not in scrims or anything, but in 10-mans, they just started playing the new sites, so they're kind of more used to it at the moment. Because the maps changed a lot, so it's probably just cafe being new and every team not being used to it.
And what was the thought process behind bringing the Caveira in that last round there to maybe surprise them a little bit?
The Caveira wasn't really for surprise. It was just like our roamers kept dying to their jackal or kept getting found by their jackal, so it's kind of annoying for them. So Paul was just like, or Hyper was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna run Caveira to stop the jackal.
Speaking of Paul, you guys feel like he's fitting into the team pretty well now that you've had a few play days to kind of warm things up?
Yeah, for sure. Paul's a great guy. He's a bit of a troll sometimes, but it's always fun having him in the house.
And just last question here is, now that BC's been kind of fitting into the team and kind of taking over that role since you guys didn't find anyone to replace him before, do you feel like he's able to do both his duties as a player and a coach, and that's whether or not that's had any impact on your guys' performance?
BC coming onto a player, it definitely, he can't do as much as he did in terms of like strats and stuff when he was a coach, but he's definitely balancing it well, I think. Our strats aren't stale ever, so as long as we keep them evolving, then we'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Well, congratulations on your guys' victory today and your seeming upswing here, as you guys have been doing pretty well lately. Anything you want to say to the fans out there of Dark Zero?
Shout out to my boy Tom, and thank you everyone for the support. We love you guys, and just thanks for following us on this ride.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the interview, and wish you guys a good play day next time in, I guess, a week or so's time. But until then, enjoy the rest.
Thank you, Emzo. Have a
good night. And of course, the man Lycan. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Are you guys feeling pretty good about breaking the curse finally? I mean, I guess you technically did with the loss last time, but this has got to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it's nice to get away from tying in a competitive game.
Now, are you guys feeling like that's going to continue, or was that just the case of this particular matchup? You guys feeling a little bit more comfortable with Foltz now?
Yeah, we've changed some things up. I mean, he's brand new, and we're trying to bring him along as fast as we can. He's playing great. He played great today. So, yeah, we're just working through like our mistakes that we're making. We're kind of like a new team still, so we're trying to make it work.
And one question we had was why you guys were not playing the half wall a lot of the time when defending Armory in situations where as soon as you did, it tended to work fairly well, even when you was just defending vents. Was there a particular reason why playing half wall was maybe too risky for you guys, or?
No, honestly, it was just a case where we were like overlooking the option. On the last round, like before the round started, we called that we were gonna like smoke to be able to run across. We should have done it in the earlier rounds and we probably wouldn't have lost them, but like I said, like we're trying to work through like the new stuff, and that's something that we should have caught way earlier.
And something that I noticed you guys did a little bit different than the Sonics. So, for example, the Sonics forgoed both the Nomad and the Gridlock, instead went for the Lion. You guys, on the other hand, went for the Gridlock. Do you think comparing those two operators in terms of different ways of kind of denying some movement, you think the Gridlock is a stronger choice?
I think Gridlock's a really good operator right now with like her whole kit. She can pretty much like do it all for you, and if like there's a chance for you to take her, like you might as well. She can like angle hold with the LMG, or she can even like push in quickly with the F90. So you've seen that like with Uno doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think she's very versatile.
Okay, great. Well, congratulations on your guys' win. Is there anything you'd like to say to all the SSG fans out there who are celebrating your first non-draw?
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Like always, whatever team that you do support, for our fans, yay, we got to win. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for the interview, and congratulations again. Enjoy the short break before you guys get back into the grind, and have a good night.
Thanks.
Thomas!
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Sorry, my camera's a little messed up.
It's better than using your phone.
Yeah, it is, it is. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. A little bit surprised after that win, just because that is a strong map for them. So I got to wonder, you guys letting Clubhouse through and wanting to play that again. I got to imagine, first off, that you wanted to play Clubhouse, and second off, that you guys, I imagine, used a lot of the VODs potentially of Reciprocity's play on Clubhouse. Was that a big factor in it, or is it just like, we think we could take them on it?
It came down to like a couple maps. You know, we have a Waifu that we're not really, you know, Pro League ready on it. We're still a little learning on it, you know, cafe-wise. You know, all of our players haven't played that in comp yet. So we're just learning on it. So we know, like, if we take them on cafe, it would be, you know, more of a percentage to them for winning. So we narrowed it down to like 3 maps, and then they picked Clubhouse, and we were shocked because I thought we were gonna go Consulate, because recent history that they beat, you know, EXG on Consulate like mad, like what, 7-1 before. So I thought more of their strong suit would be Consulate.
Well, either way, you guys came out the victor, so worked out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Again, congratulations on the Luminosity pickup. That's something I know everyone was kind of waiting with bated breath. You know, what is the org that's going to pick them up? That's a big org, and not only that, but it's their first entry into Rainbow Six. How has the org support been? Has it made a difference in how you guys are playing, what your support is like? You know, will it mean you get picked up with a bit more support staff, things like that?
Well, with the, I want to, you know, shout them out, because they're really amazing freaking people. Like, you know, from like the CEO to like all the staff members, like they're pushing us to, you know, be more progressive in the game. They're helping us out. You know, they gave us basically a home. You know, they basically like put their name over us when like no one else like wouldn't take the chance. So I want to shout out to them. And you know, it doesn't really change the fact that just because we got an org, we won't like practice or try even harder. You know, we're still the same 92 Dream Team where, you know, we're coming in hot, you know, no matter what the situation is, and we're going to end out like winning. You know, the other play day against Sonics was really a mix up of, you know, a couple call outs and misplays, but we're progressing and, you know, getting the more dubs that we can.
Well, fantastic. Congratulations again on your win. Is there anything you want to share with the fans out there of Luminosity?
No, I just want to say thank you guys for the support. You know, the supporters from 92 Dream Team and new supporters from Luminosity. You know, go check them out at luminosity.gg and their shop at teamlg.myshopify.com. You know, that's the LG merch. And shout out to the also the Rec Boys, because you know, coming into the R6 scene, those guys were the ones that we used to look up to, and it's nice that we're playing, you know, Pro League versus them nowadays. So shout out to them, each and every one of them. They're the homies as well, and that's about it. Thank you guys for the cast as well.
All right, well, awesome. Well, thank you for the interview, and congratulations again on your win. Well deserved, and rest up again for the follow-up coming up soon, but have a good rest of your night in the meantime.
Thank you. Good night, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.